Are you?
Your network is an ecosystem, not a list.
See, everybody thinks their network is just this database list of people, but it's so much more than that. And so many agents miss out on the value and the opportunity that they actually have. So my name's Alan Richardson. I'm the managing broker here at Maximum Realtor Partners.
My name is Ming Richardson, the compliance broker for Maximum One Realty and Realtor Partners.
We want to talk about where the real value in your business comes from. As a real estate professional, there's so many folks that spend a lot of their time focused on leads, right? We hear about leads. Oh, if I had leads, I need more leads. Goodness, I wish I had some more leads. And they are missing completely how much value that their network is worth, and really what the power is that they have in their hands. A lot of times we spend so much time chasing the proverbial leads, and we're not even taking advantage of our network, and really, like capitalizing on those kind of relationships. So our top people, the top agents really get the vast majority of their business from non-client relationships.
Yep.
Whether it's past clients, other agents,
Believe it or not.
yeah, lenders, vendors, local business owners, community. Like when you have those folks in, it really helps to build like a deal producing ecosystem. So we thought that really our goal here is to kind of break that down a little bit. And one place where we want to start off kind of talking about is a place that we see a lot of agents miss out on, and that is in agent to agent referrals, right? I mean, right now, 20 to 30% of transactions involve referrals. So we're talking about almost a third
Of your
of the
business.
business is referrals. A lot of your really top referral agents will maintain 50 to 100 agent relationships. Now that
Nationwide.
and now that's going to be local. It's also going to be multi-state. But if you the what you see as the top producers, they have over 50 to 100. A lot of local agents have less than 10. And you start seeing what a great opportunity that is for business when you do it. See, a lot of folks look at an agent and think, oh, that's competition.
It really isn't, because
No.
sometimes they may have a skill set that you may not have, or is familiar with certain type of transaction that you're not. And rather than muddle through and really spend a lot of time and effort, get a referral, because you're basically not doing a thing other than just give a name and also check up on the client once in a while.
Well, I mean, for us, like I'm not driving to Cumming for a client.
No.
Now, Cumming and where we are here on the south side of Atlanta,
It's an hour and 20 minutes each
we're
way.
still in the same MSA, but I'm not going there. I would much rather refer that out. And then if someone wants to send me business from up there that doesn't want to come down south side, this could be a really great relationship, a great opportunity either way. See, what we have to understand is agent referrals. If you're not taking advantage of those, that's a missed opportunity for you, right? In addition to that, I mean, for sure, referrals outside of the area, referrals from other states like Texas, Washington, D.C., New York, New Jersey, Florida. A lot of people moved to Florida and realized, oh, wow, there's hurricanes and it's even hotter than Georgia. So we end up with a lot of people moving. So referral networks for folks in those states do really, really good. But please don't miss out on the local relationships. A lot of folks will poo-poo local agents, like, well, I'm competing. Look,
You're not.
We've gotten so much business just because we engage in the local community. We're active in our realtor boards. Like, isolation equals fewer opportunities. You don't need to be like this island over there with you. The other thing is, if you have a reputation for being a real pain in the neck, that's going to carry forward into your business overall. No one likes to work with that guy or girl kind of thing. So a lot of times you may be at different functions, local functions, and you're sitting next to your next potential deal. So don't miss out on agent referrals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
now, one other place where you can definitely capitalize on in your network is who is your lead? Who is lead?
Lender.
Who is your lender? right? Now,
Correct.
obviously, my lender is right here. Like that's a pretty easy one to do, but understanding how to leverage lender relationships is really important, and having a strong lender in your network is crucial to your success as a real estate professional. On one hand, if I when I have to get somebody pre-approved, I know that she's going to do it right. So I know that this is not someone who's going to talk to me about, oh, yeah, it's totally going to be fine. She's going to do her due diligence and do a good job. The other thing is when it comes time for me to submit the offer, we're going to work together.
And basically, I discussed the perimeter, what the buyer able and not able to do, is because sometimes, you may be able to go up a little more in sale price, but you will need certain things to make that happen. Or sometimes, the interest rate is too high. I can definitely coach you guys about buying down rates.
Well, but understanding that kind of relationship where you can go in and say, look, we could come in and ask for a $10,000 price reduction. I think that there's some room to wiggle.
Hmm.
But what if we went in with a full price offer and you applied that $10,000 towards a buy down for my client? What does that do to their monthly payment? See, when you have that kind of relationship with a lender, wow, boom, like you are doing amazing things, and now your clients are absolutely in love with you. Agents that have incredibly strong lender relationships do so much more deals. The other thing is when it comes time for me to win that offer, for me to submit that offer,
Hmm.
to have a lender who's going to call that listing agent and say, "Hey, just wanted you to know, my name's Ming. I'm closing the file for, or I'm working
John
the
Smith,
yeah,
whoever it is, and we have already pulled his credit, got his bank statement, verify his W-2s, and also verify his
yeah,
asset. He's able to do it, or she's able to do it, and solid buyer.
yeah." One other place where your lender can be really, really valuable for you is in credit repair. You end up with a lot of clients that will hit us up because for some reason they come to us even though they don't have a good credit. And I get that. They don't know who to go to. Putting them with a trusted lender is so important because they can pull their credit. They can check them out. They can put them on different plans. Now that leaves you kind of freed up to go
Well,
and work with other clients.
correct, and that leads you to know that you have a client down the road versus a lost client permanently.
Yeah.
So our job is to really, at the end of the day, for a lender relationship with a realtor, our job is all to bring the client to closing because that's how we make a earning and that's how everybody
Yeah.
wins.
Now, one other place where your network has so much value for you, and that is in your vendor
Hmm.
relationships. We have a lot of vendor relationships. The challenge is that we, as a group, we don't ask our vendors for referrals.
No, we don't
And
ask them
and
for
I
their
don't know why,
business.
but a lot of times we don't ask for our vendors for referrals. And this is a great place to do it because honestly, a lot of your vendors will see pre-listing opportunities first. Now, when we're talking about vendor relations, I mean like contractors, for sure, contractors, electricians, plumbers, HVAC. We end up doing a lot of referrals out for these groups, and a lot of times our clients need them. So this is
Hmm.
a great place to be.
Why not make them your biggest cheerleader?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, not just them, but if you make them if you make them their biggest cheerleader for you, 9 out of 10, they will refer to you and say, "Hey, if you need a real estate agent, I know this really great person that
Well,
does all my friends'
if
homes."
you send them business, they're going to send you business back, right? Another place, house cleaners. House cleaners is a great resource
Hmm.
because most of the time, this is someone who's going to maintain their house really well, and having those relationships with house cleaners, it's a great place to be. Insurance agents are another really great source of vendor relationships. Accountants, financial planners. A lot of folks will discuss their future moving plans and where housing may fit into their financial plan on there. Divorce attorneys is another place where I know it's not necessarily not to make you feel like an ambulance chaser or something like that, but like
No, there is
unfortunately,
a need in
but
that
there is a need
industry.
if you have a heart for that. Landscapers, lawn care, another really fantastic place. Home stagers, even house painters. Painters is a big one
Hmm.
that changes out. But you got to understand that the average vendor is going to interact with like 30 to 50 homeowners every month. What a great place to have to actually work on it. We as an industry, we tend not to work with our vendors on a referral type of relationship. We're not speaking to them about that. And a lot of times we're giving them business. It would be a great place for us to capitalize
Correct.
on and build business for us as well as for them, right? Now, another place where your network has a lot of strength is going to be in local business owners. Because your local business owners, those are like your community gatekeepers, right? Like when you're engaged in the local community, you become like this community fixture, right? So we're talking about coffee shops, bakeries, local gyms, restaurants. Oh,
Restaurants.
I love restaurants. Well, obviously, I love restaurants. You can just have a look,
I
right?
think everybody loves
Yeah.
restaurants.
The local auto repair places, right? Big deal. Hairstylists, barbers, dentists, vets, pet daycares. Look, small business owners interact with hundreds or thousands of local clients, buyers and sellers. You know, all of these local businesses, super high trust, right? Very high trust connection. And the top agents here, they tend to run between 5 and 15 of these local partnerships that just boom erupts their business. You need to be known by these local business owners. It will be more than worth your while and worth your effort to pour into these local communities here. Um, One of the things that you want to make sure that you like we've talked about, you know, everything so far except for your database.
Hmm.
And so like we have to understand that your database is so powerful. Agents that are focused on relationships take more listings than agents that don't. Listings comes doesn't come from leads. It comes from trust. So you got to understand that the average realtor has a sphere, a database of between 300 and 500 people that they know,
So,
right?
on the average, based on 3.5% of
Yeah.
every 100 people you have, um,
Yeah, it's about a 7% turnover rate. Well, what we did was we actually went into Chat GPT because we like AI within reason. I get it. I know they're going to take over the world. But like we plugged in and said, hey, we want to know what is the turnover rate
mhm.
in the Atlanta MSA. And so it went through and it calculated this is how many households there are. This is how many transactions every year. This is how many investors, yada, yada, all the way through. And the basic conclusion was is that 3.5% of all owner occupied households turnover every year. And so, but that doesn't represent 3.5%. That represents 7% because on every one of those, there's
Is
a
buy
buy
and
and
sell.
a sell. So that means if the average realtor's database has 300 to 500 people, well, what's 300 times 7? That's 21.
Hmm.
What's 500 times 7? It's 35.
35.
So the average realtor's database, it has a overall potential return of 21 to 35 transactions a year. That's just if all you did was reach out and engage, or even, how about this, re engage on old relationships, right? We know so many people that we have not done a very good job of keeping up with. Sometimes you got to fall on your sword. I think everybody needs that classic apology script, which is basically, gosh, I haven't kept up. I'm so sorry. How are
How are
things?
you doing?
Yeah, that
How's
kind of stuff.
life?
See, everyone thinks that they need new leads. It's not about new leads. It's about reconnecting with the right people, and the right people are your database. Right people are people that you know, people that know you, and people you're trying to do business with. See, your really top agents here. They build deal circles, right? And so, what we mean by by a deal circle is you have your core, which is your database, right? And that database is what really feeds you heavily. And then when you add in a really top-notch lender that you have built a great relationship with, and then you've got, you know, 10 or 15 local agents,
And now
10 or
market.
15 out of market agents kind of thing. Then you have, let's just say, 5 local vendors that you do a lot of referrals back and forth. And then you have 2, 3 small local businesses on there. What you've created is this whole little nucleus, right? This, I mean, it's just this little deal circle where it's feeding, it's self-sustaining, it's also really supportive into the local community. It helps those outside of you, it helps those with you. I mean, this is just, and it's a great way to be. The challenge is that on the other side of this, the other side is the agents that are doing the leads, that are chasing the leads. If you're going to be an agent who lives on the leads, then you're always going to be an agent that lives on
Absolutely.
the leads.
Well, not only that, you're not keeping up with your sphere, and you're always doing what I consider discount business because you're giving a part of your business away. So why not nurture the one you have a better, stronger relationship? You'll be amazed what you learn and the relationship develop over time with your clients, and how that person may become your next best friend. Who knows? Or your favorite next,
Yeah.
whatever it is. These are relationship. Real estate is about relationship.
And that's the real kicker. We don't see leads go from leads to closing. We see leads go from leads to relationships to closings.
Correct.
But why are we out chasing leads when you already have so many relationships? Why not just go from relationships to closings? Everybody out there is working on leads. And if all you're doing is chasing leads, leads aren't cheap. Leads aren't easy. Leads are expensive, and you got to keep working leads all the time. If you have to work, this many leads to get this many transactions this month, you're gonna have to work that many leads next month, and you're gonna have to
Hmm.
work that many leads the month after, and that many leads the month after. However, when you start building these deal circles, and you
Referrals.
still like this is self-replicating. So it's about creating this network of who sends you business and who you send business to, right? We have to stop collecting contacts and start building connections. Stop chasing our leads, start activating relationships, right?
Because your next 10 deals already in your network. You
Right,
just
right,
haven't turned your system on yet.
right. That's the big deal. So, what we're going to encourage you this week is this week, set up some key performance indicators. Try and get 5 agent to agent conversations going. Please go get 3 vendor check-ins this week. Speak to a lender or 2 or 3, and try and set up some strategy calls on how we can better serve our buyers together. Reach out to 5 past clients. Hit 2 new local businesses. If you'll do that this week, you're going to see this build your business throughout the course of the entire year. So,
So, with that, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
thank you guys so much. Have a great day.